Hey all, so this is the Astral Armageddon event. This is a Light Slayer event and Chaotic Killer. Now I am lacking many good Light Slayer cards. This is probably my weakest type of deck. However, I do have this card here. This card has the killer skill needed. This card also spawns power gems and has that bonus attack. So the other cards to go with this are all power gem spawners. This one increases attack by a small amount as well. This one has a healing skill which helps a bit, as the HP on this deck is not that good. Again, this one has a healing skill as well. I'm hoping I can get the ultimate form for this deck. This is a really good card. 8 power gems if your HP is over 50%. Then finally, an old ultimate form. This is quite useful though, as it does have a revive skill. So there we go. Not the best deck, but this is pretty much the best I could make out of the cards I have. I do have the killer skill, so that should help a bit. So let's have a look at the actual event. Now I have gone up to Prestige 5. One thing to note is the Karelian bosses only have a 20-minute timer now. The other thing to note is, with the exception of Prestige bosses, these are the only bosses that give cloak fragments. So in order to get any cloaks up, you are going to be able to need to do 10% damage to Karelian bosses, and without the event deck, that's going to be near impossible. So yeah, I don't think they really thought this through. I'm not even going to bother with this. I might as well just let it escape. I won't get anything from it. I will see if I can make something else spawn. Just get rid of all these dead solos. Then I can test out the deck. Yeah, not much spawning. I might test it out on a guild boss. Let's go with the Inferno. This should kill it in 2 turns. It's not a bad deck. Well, for guild bosses anyway. On solo bosses, Prestige 5, it's not going to be that good. So based on this, you can decide for yourself if it's actually worth going to Prestige 5. Bear in mind, it's going to be very, very difficult if you don't have the event deck. It's going to be completely impossible to kill any Karelian bosses. So as you saw, that kills in 2 turns. I found another Karelian boss. I could give it a go, I guess, but do I need 5% on this to get anything? Yeah, I think I will only get participation rewards from this. I mean, 5% of that with this deck is not going to be very easy, if even possible, but let's give it a go. Let's see how much damage I actually do to this. The other thing to note is that prestige bosses also have a 20-minute timer. So you might not even be able to get to prestige 5 if you can't kill the prestige 4 bosses in 20 minutes or less to get to prestige 5, then you're going to have major problems with this event. Yeah, this has poison as well, so I don't think I'm going to survive for very long. Let's see if I can get out a second attack, though. Probably not. Nah, just not going to get anywhere with this deck on these stupid hard solo bosses. I could probably kill the Radiant and Diamond bosses, but Karelian, I've got no chance whatsoever. The timer is too short. I'm going to tag that Eternal. There we go. Try and find another solo boss to test out this team on, but yeah, I think most of this event for me will be tag and rally. I don't have that much interest in Slayer anymore anyway. I'm in Legends, and even if I had the event deck, I don't think I would play hard enough to stay in Legends. I've kind of lost interest in Slayer. I really like Commander, but yeah, Slayer's not my thing anymore. I just don't like this prestige system. They need to get rid of it. And they are refusing to get rid of it, which is rather annoying. So what have we got that's... might as well just claim these guild bosses. There's nothing I even want to try and hit, though. I need something that's not a Karelian boss. We're going to be seeing a lot of bosses escaping this event, put it that way. I mean, 20 minutes is just ridiculous. Without the event deck, you just can't do anything. But there's a diamond boss. This has a slightly higher timer on it. At least it's actually possibly manageable without the event deck. But still going to be very difficult, mind you. I mean, this is only doing a few trillion on turn 2, and then I have to wait about 5-6 turns before I can do another attack. Let's see how I get on with this. One thing I may need to do is put up a poison counter card. Counterattack's okay. Doesn't do that much damage if counterattack hits. Plus the debuff gets removed, which helps. Right, there we go, another decent attack. I should get the 10% on this one. In all honesty, though, this seems like a desperate attempt to try and make the players get the event deck by reducing all the timers. They know that anyone without the event deck has no chance on the Karelian bosses. I think I'm going to run out of time. I wasn't really playing quick enough. I'll speed it up a bit now. Yeah, counter-attack doesn't really do that much. There we go. Let's see how much damage I actually did to this boss. That should have been enough for 10%. I may have got 20% as well. Yes, I did. There we go. Gonna have one more go at that boss. I might be able to get MVP on this, which would be nice. I can maybe push the level of my bosses up to 250. Well, for day one anyway. But yeah, I don't think this event is going to be that competitive. I never liked the prestige system anyway, and with these extra changes, I like it even less. Put it that way. So what they need to do is just get rid of the prestige system completely, but they won't do it. Now, I managed to get MVP, but I did not even get 50% on that, which is kind of strange. That's pretty good, though. Alright, so let's have a look at the rewards. Let's have a look at that Warden. Oh, look at that. A nice cluster of Warbeast 2s here. So the Warden is actually quite a good Warden. It has the Gem Silence skill, as you can see. One to consider if you have a dark defense or a dark mixed defense. Let's go a little bit higher. Let's see what the Warden's like at 6 stars. It's a long way up till I find a 6-star version. There we go, gold position 11 to 15. So that's what the stats look like. That's got a huge amount of health. The attack is not especially high, but it's okay. That health, though, is really nice. So that's definitely a card to consider putting on your defense. So let's finally have a look at the actual event deck. Let's get out of here. So the 2 event cards, let's have a look. I could make one of these, but I'm not going to yet. There's one more event to go in this season. So this one only creates a few power gems. However, it creates power gems at the start, so it's possibly a 1-turn deck. You get a lot of power gems at the start, and you might be able to kill weaker opponents on turn 1. I think that's what the deck is designed to do. That's why it's got the haste skill as well. Here's the other card. Increases intensity and has a revive skill. So yeah, the deck is not too bad by the looks of it. It's designed to kill opponents on turn 1 or weaker opponents anyway. Finally, let's have a quick look at the ultimate form. Here we go. It increases attack increases intensity and spawns power gems. And that revive skill as well. So this could possibly be a good deck for GVG if you have a strong Dark Warden as the first defender. I can see this deck taking that out pretty easily, so possibly a deck to consider going for. It's a tough one. There is one more deck in the season, and I don't really intend on playing this event particularly hard, so yeah, I think I'll wait until Commander deck comes along, the final Commander deck, and then make a decision on what to go for from there. And I think that about covers this event. I hope that was somewhat helpful. If you do have any questions or suggestions regarding this, feel free to let me know in the comments. This event has a decent deck, but I really don't like the changes much. I'm not sure why they can't just get rid of the prestige system completely, but they are insisting on keeping it in, even though most players I've spoken to don't really like it. But anyway, if you do have any suggestions for future videos or anything you want me to do a video on, please let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching.